Alright, what's up everyone? So we just got to Utah, so Salt Lake City, Utah. This is round 7 of the Formula Drift Championship in the US. And come check it out. We're going to show you what we have going on a little bit behind the scenes and what is basically what's happening on each car. So we have Will over here. What do we got going on? What's going on this one?
Nut and bolt check on the car right now, just making sure we're ready to go for practice tomorrow.
So what's the purpose of that?
These cars have so many vibrations, they're always just put to the test that everything always comes loose on these things. So we're just double checking everything just as an insurance to make sure we're good to go.
So what did you find so far?
Some of the jam nuts were loose in the back, one of the quick change bolts was loose, and 2 of the nuts for the drive shaft were loose. But other than that, everything was good.
Yeah, so none of those are very good. Like, you don't want the drive shaft to fall off. And when he's talking about Heims, here, we'll show you in the back the Heims he's talking about. So the Heims in the rear is basically what aligns the back of the car. So if you look, here, come around maybe from this side. So if you look, these Heims right here, this one in here, were loose. There's also a bunch of Heims on the front side of this knuckle. If you come around this side, you can see in here, there's all these Heims up here. And anytime that they come off or get loose, then this whole knuckle can move, which becomes very, very dangerous, and it changes your alignment as you're driving, which also is not very good. So he paint marks all of them. So basically we have a torque spec that we torque them to, then you paint mark all of it, and the reason why you paint mark it is so quick glance you can look in there and be like, oh, that's tight, or oh, that's loose. And this is a good symbol of like a paint mark. So you have a white line or a yellow line or whatever line that's opposite color of what's going on. And if this is off in any way, you'll know that it has spun or is trying to back itself out, or you're starting to twist it. So that's just kind of a good way of seeing what's going on. This car was just prepped, so he's kind of finishing that. He just topped off, put a fresh nitrous bottle in it for tomorrow as well. And we've now made more power. So this car was struggling. We had a couple boost leaks in Seattle, actually a lot of boost leaks that we kind of figured out. That I guess kind of slowly developed over time. So the car slowly just kind of started making less and less power. And I'll show you what we did to fix all this. So this guy, Brian over here, came down and we took the car back home. And basically we went to all this HPS stuff. So now we're running HPS couplers on this and HPS plumbing. We made all new intercooler piping and then HPS hoses here. And then we had a vibration dampener in here and it was actually blowing out at like 5 pounds of boost, then it would come back, but you couldn't see it because it would actually come back after the boost was gone. So that was another problem that we had to fix. So we fixed that, we fixed this. He made all new intercooler piping, and we had and even the intake manifold had a gasket leak in there. So fixed all that, and now we're making power, making boost. We ran it on the dyno. I think with it hurt, it made like, I don't know, 400 horsepower. It didn't feel like a whole lot. But now after running it on the dyno, it made 1,094 to the wheels. So if we can make 1,094 horsepower to the wheels, that's basically really comparable to what that car is making. That car makes about 1,230, Conor's car for the year. And it's more than enough. So that's what we're doing on this car. This car is almost done, buttoned up, and be ready for tomorrow. Oh, and one more big change. If you notice right here, we had a hard time getting to the wastegates. So we used to have 2 wastegate dumps that came up here. They would melt this and they'd be in your way, and they're sharp. Even though they looked really, really cool, they're sharp. So now they're gone, and what happens is now the wastegate's dumped straight down. And the benefit of them going straight down is now you can actually work on the wastegates and you can get to these lines and make sure all the lines and everything are nice and tight. So a couple of huge benefits from there. Now that's kind of that's kind of what we're going to be doing from that point forward. And we replaced this with all new HPS lines as well. We got it all from G&J Aircraft, but check this out. It's basically all new lines. On the low pressure, it's all push lock. High pressure, the oil lines, they're not super high pressure, but we still run push lock. We just run a safety clamp on them just in case. So we're just trying to clean up this whole section of the engine bay. So now let's go look at the other car. So this car's name is Val, and this car is Kadu. Kadu's been with me from the beginning. This is the OG car, like very, very beginning. If you look, he is working on the radium fuel pressure regulator. So this is the old lid for it and the old diaphragm. He pulled that one out and he's putting in this one. This is Radium's new like top of the line deal. And what makes it so cool is that what happens is this thing has little clicks on it. So instead of having to need a bunch of tools to do this, you literally can just go out there, push it, and go click, 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 lock it, and then you're done. So this makes it really easy to adjust fuel pressure and make any last minute adjustments without having to go find tools and Allens and locks and everything else on the fly. So upgrading to this, and it has a little bit different diaphragm inside, but this is their new up-to-date thing. So let's also find out what else he's doing. I know we're doing one of these guys. So I'm not a phenomenal TIG welder, so I apologize, but this is something that we just built. So B-rolled the end, this is an HPS pipe, and then welded a -16 bung on it, and I'll show you where it goes on the car. So this guy goes right here, and what it does is it basically connects this all together. And the problem that we're having with the one that's on it is that it's been leaking. So no matter how much we tighten it down, it still leaks through the threads. So I made this new one, and it's supposed to kind of mimic this and replace this one. And then I built this big collar so you can tighten it down quite tight because it's an MPT fitting, and then it shouldn't leak anymore. So this is the next part that we have to do on this car to finish this car up. And then the car should be done. So let's talk to Brian and see what he's basically taking over this car. This is Jake's car, so Jake works on this car for the weekend. Brian oversees both cars, and Will wrenches on Val over here. But so buddy, what do we got? What's going on this car behind us?
What is this?
This is a microphone for you.
I like it. We're changing the fuel pressure regulator and doing a bunch of little random maintenance things we got to do to make sure the car's ready to go for tomorrow. Yeah, that's about it, right? Like,
I guess.
Fresh air filter, new fuel pressure regulator, nut and bolt check the whole car.
What was loose?
Quick change.
Yeah, so we found the quick change. Well, I didn't find it. He found the quick change bolt almost all the way out.
Brake calipers.
Caliper brackets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, from the vibration, like you were saying on that car, and it's funny, that's why we have certain people that manage each car, because there's certain things that continuously come loose on each vehicle. That one always seems to be Heims on one side. We don't know what the vibration is, but it does. This one seems to be rear brake calipers, and it's not always. Like, it'll be this one, then it'll be this one, then it'll be that one, then it'll be this one, and they just move around, and we don't know why. We have no rhyme or reason, but for some reason, one is always a little bit loose. So, anything else?
No, I think we're just gonna swap that coolant line, that thing. I think we're all set to go.
Cool. So pretty simple. Then we can finally get out of here. Hopefully the plan is to get out of here early today. That'd be a jam. Because normally we get out of here 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then start all over again at 5. Because I think drivers means at 7 a.m. tomorrow. So a lot of work there. What are you working on this?
These are our spare toe pockets from Wisefab, but we gotta cut them because Kevin doesn't like us running the super grip setup. So they don't fit in the chassis without actually modifying the chassis, and that's illegal for us. So we have to cut that little section off to get it to actually fit in there. But yeah, we'll cut those guys off on both sides so we have spares, and then a couple tie rods we gotta make spares for, and we should be all set to go.
So awesome. Well, there we go. We got it all set up. We're good to go now. And yeah, we're gonna let these guys work and kind of make sure we have all of our stuff ready to go. We need to wash our cool suit and a couple other things. Try and get some more vinyl back on the car because the cars have been just destroyed. Like, look at this. This side this is all from one round. This is all fresh vinyl, and now it's just completely destroyed on this whole side. And then, watch, let's go to the other side. We found a bolt, like some of the stickers we're gonna be able to replace. The rear, Connor is very good at destroying taillights. He's, I think, 17 taillights in this season. Here's one, this is a damage from earlier as well. This one's not too bad. Most of the time they're just completely grenaded apart. Oh, here's the air filter. We basically got it so plugged up that the supercharger's trying to suck the air filter through and starting to collapse the air filter. So swap it out for a new one, and HPS hooks us up with these. But what the nice part is that they're so big that they have a lot of surface space, so the air flows, quite nice through them. So that's why we run those. This side has a little more damage too. Let me move the bicycle out of the way. But if you look at this. And I can tell you kind of like a story. So if the wheel mark is going this way, that means that he basically, this is a Elite car, he came in and he touched them like that. So this is him touching someone. The rub this way is someone else hitting him. The rub up is him touching someone else. The rub down, like this is the whole wheel, right? So this one's going up and down. This means he went, and basically he hits someone right here on this whole entire wheel. The crazy part is that it's this high. That means that this thing was like, he hit him as he was on, the other car was on throttle and Connor was on the brakes because the car squatted down and bah, and hit him just square on the side. So this is all from one round. We got to rewrap it all, fix it. It's part of the game. But Conor, you know, we'll get the car ready for him. And the part that's not so great is my very first battle this weekend is Conor. So only one of us is going to make it to top 16. Hopefully it is myself, but Conor's a hell of a driver as well. And either way, we got a garagistic car winning, so it's not a bad time. But let's get back. We're going to get back to working and getting our hands dirty again, and you know, using a little tub of towels to clean them off. But we'll get back to that. We'll see you guys soon. Jam of all of it. And make sure we're good on coolant back here. Yeah, she can take a little bit. Not a lot, but she can take a little fluid. That one's gonna take a lot of fluid. But look at this, distilled water. Basically, there's nothing in this, so it's nice and good for the car. Look at that, no funnel needed. We're trying. Okay, I lied. Maybe it did take a lot of water. There we go. Okay, we're good. Feels full. Yep, it's quite good. Distilled water. It actually tastes like nothing. So we are now officially taking the cooling system apart. We're gonna figure out if we can change the hose and what it does. So this should be fun. There we go. So we're gonna pop it all off. Anytime you use aluminum stuff, you use the aluminum AN wrenches, just so you don't destroy everything. Sir, do you have the other one? I need the dash 4.
You need a dash 4.
Pronto. There we go. See, look, he's got a bracelet in case I forget his name. We can find him. It's kind of like ID badges at work. You know, when you lose someone, they know where to go back to. That's why he's got the pink and green on it, so they know what team he's part of.
Please return me.
Please return me to Rome.
Okay.
Much desired over here.
How do you want to do this?
It's gonna be messy either way, so I don't. There's not really a good way.
Oh.
What? Is it sharp?
Yeah.
Oh, do a little boop, boop. All right, we gotta buff down the corner. I left it a little bit too sharp. He doesn't like it. I'm about to go play with coolant. Yeah. And I gotta take the cooling system apart. Yeah, but because we have a leak. But I found the leak. Well, Brian found the leak. I'm here to repair the leak. But I don't like getting coolant on my hands.
Oh, I can do it.
Oh, I already got my gloves on. I'm official now. I'm official. I don't think that was the thing. I think it was more of a, I thought I had to do it, so I put the gloves on.
Remember that next time. You need a trans swap in 10 minutes. I'll be like, no. Hey, you don't trust me though.
Yeah, this guy straight up shows up to our pits with a broken trans. Is like,
20 minutes, done.
Can I get your trans, or can I get a trans swap and use your spare trans? We're like, okay. You went out there and won though, so that's all that mattered. All right. Oh, this hose is not, oh yeah, it'll come off. All right, we broke it. Yeah, for the most part. But yeah, the hose is leaking from, the hose was leaking from here, no matter how much I tighten it, see? Which is frustrating. So. Yeah.
So I'm gonna come plug it while you get the other one ready?
Maybe plug this side.
Leak regardless. This side?
Yeah, I think it's just gonna leak though.
We just gotta weld this. Me, Habibi. Looks good.
It was me. And I had a problem because I forgot to clean.
My touch pipe.
I forgot to clean the inside. Thank you, sir. That's good. I forgot to clean the inside.
Don't worry, I'll fix that.
So it started to pop out. But it's not bad.
Don't worry, I'll clean that other one. Clean it up. I'll make it all good. Now we're better. Alright, this is gonna make me mad.
What is? Oop. Can you hold that guy up for 1 second? Hey, I did weld the end of this. In a pinch. All right, look at the bead roll. We bought a bead roller. Isn't that nice?
So nice, proper.
How official it is. Not whatever that was. Oh, this is.
You need this 90, right?
Yeah, but this is tight now. Uh-oh.
All right, just come back. If you have it on your Apple Pay, you can use that phone. Okay, then yeah, I'll just pull.
Ah. Okay. Can you put that guy back on? Okay. I never checked this fitting, so hopefully this fitting's good. There we go, you're good. Right there. Yeah, can you hold this one? No, why?
I think we tightened this too hard trying to get it to stop leaking.
I will find. Actually, you know what? We might have one in the bottom drawer. It technically, yeah, it should be a 90. Okay, so this side's pretty good, and only minimal coolant loss. Hey Brian, do you have the tool for the little HPS hose part? Hold on. Maybe we need more light bulbs.
Yeah, this one's bad. This one's broken.
That one is? Over here. Cool. No, this one won't go in. This is dual. Brother.
Yo, hit the brake! Yeah.
So we got one. What do you mean? Is it dual?
This will work, but it won't go in.
How'd you get to work? Okay. Don't worry, it's just a little Habibi magic. Hold on, hold on.
Hit the brake! Hold on.
Hold on, one more try.
Hit the brake!
No. That's his text message sound. Okay, let's test. Excuse me, sir.
Should be good.
Huh?
Should be good.
Yeah, we just test. Sir Bryant.
Hit the brake.
Let go. Hit the brake. Let go.
So you're missing the positive signal.
No, what? Hit the brake.
You're missing positive. Green is ground, right?
Hit the brake.
There's the light. Hold on, pull it out.
No, that wasn't the light. I was saying that was this. That was just the plug.
No, I just checked it.
No, this plug works.
Yeah, but something with the light though. That circuit's not.
Yeah, so watch. Alright, hit the brake. Let go. Okay, now it goes. Hit the brake. Alright, now it works. Let's put a light bulb in. We fixed it by unplugging it and plugging it back in. Alright, let go of the brake. Or do your magic, buddy.
Hit it?
Good?
Brake light. Yeah, we got it. It's very dull.
Okay, we need another one.
Hold on. No, turn it 180.
But the only problem with the 180. See
the height.
It was
Put a 24-volt bulb in there.
Oh, should I try this one again?
Yeah.
Hold on. Try it.
Ready? No, it's kind of low.
Let go.
I was sitting in here pressing brakes.
All right, we're good.
Time of my life. Oh, we're good.
Sir.
We're good. I'm free. All right, cool.
Good thing there's no walls here.
Yeah, it's okay. There are no walls till next round. He's been. So we are check and tow. So this is super, super important. It basically allows us to figure out how much tow in or tow out the car is. So right now, we're about 100, we go off little numbers, hold on. So that's, so 187, but then we're just gonna count on that. So that's 70, it's like 78 in the rear and 62 in the front. So what's that, like 15? It's like 15 mil tow out. All right, we're good in the rear. So 15 mil tow in the rear, and then I don't think the wheel's straight though. So you have to straighten the wheel first, and then we'll check to see what the front is. But different tracks we run different numbers. This one will probably run, I don't know, I have no idea. Somewhere between 5 and 10 maybe. Maybe less, maybe like 2 or 3. We haven't really ripped it, so we don't know yet, but that's probably what I imagine the car to be. All right, you ready? Coming over. You got it? All right, I'm on rear, and we are on front. So 78. $92, yeah, about 10. So we're good. It's a little bit high, but it's okay. We're gonna test the car out, and then from there we'll make adjustments if I want more tow out or more tow in, just to see what I like and what I prefer out there. So we won't know that till tomorrow's practice. We kind of change it throughout the weekend to see what I like and how darty I want the car or how much I want the car to return. So that's basic settings for this car. Seems to be working. We're good to go. Both cars set up, ready to go. It's the numbers that Connor asked for, so we set him up to his private secret numbers, which isn't that big of a difference, but I think how he has it set up is very, very good and super aggressive. So he's gonna be good. Tomorrow's testing, and we have a lot of practice tomorrow. Hopefully we get our 12 laps in and see how the new track feels and see what it looks like. So tomorrow, first time looking at it. All right, so we're just getting loaded up, headed to practice. This is day 2. First practice of the weekend. I'm super pumped now that the car is full boost and is making power really, really early. So I'm actually super excited to see what's about to happen. So let them get all set up. Car's already out there. I'm gonna basically jump on the scooter, ride on out there, and then we'll see you guys on track. Stay with us. All right, so just got done with practice. Car feels really, really, really good. The new setup we did in the front end, awesome. So thank you HPS for all the seals so that basically I'm not leaking boost. And then we did do a gear change. We don't know if we like it or not. We didn't really get a clean run. That was a run behind Taylor Hall. He kind of went off and we were trying to figure it out. So don't know if that's a gear change in the right direction or not. If not, we'll go back to our easier gear change that we had, so a little bit lower wheel speed. And then we just need to add some grip in outer zone 3, and I think we're dialed in. So super, super stoked. Conor's out there killing it. He's doing really, really well as well, which is awesome because he is my first battle, which, dude, we jammed together. So we're just trying to figure out how to set up the cars as good as possible to put on the best show for you guys. So next practice is in about 2 hours, which is about 1 second for you, but stay with us. We'll head into the next practice. Let's see how it goes. All right, so hey, today went off super, super good. We did have some casualties. A rack out of the E36 out of Conor's car had to be replaced. There was some contact out there. This car, there was a mirror here. That's what this little like glass piece is. So it smacked, went into my face. I ended up hitting one of the entry cones. So that wasn't so good, you know, a little extra like weight reduction. But overall, cars are good to go. We have some small things to work on this car. Check some boost leaks, make sure everything's all ready to go on this one, and change the power steering fluid. That car behind you, Conor's car, is ready to rock as well. The crazy part, and the part that sucks all at the same time, is that our very first battle tomorrow is us together. So top 32 battle is me versus Conor. So that's probably the next thing you guys will see. Maybe a little bit of warm up in the morning, and then when your show, we'll show you guys right into battles. But as far as practice at Utah, we're in a good spot. Both cars are ripping. They're 100%, and me and Conor are feeling quite well out there. So stay tuned with this. Wait for tomorrow. That's when the big main event comes, and that's when all the show is going to happen. So stay tuned and enjoy the show.
FD Utah is my favorite track, and I like his car because it looks really cool.
My favorite track is definitely the Utah track. I don't know, I just really like how they just can get down and they go through tires pretty quickly because of the high speed, and they just really rip. But I definitely think for a livery change, maybe like Roman Aztec design, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Alright, so the FD track that I like the most is this track right here, here in Utah. I don't know, it's just close to home, super complex track, it's pretty nice. And one thing I'd say to change the livery is probably less blossoms. I don't know, I feel like the colors clash with the blossoms, so maybe something different.
Good morning, everyone. So today is Saturday, the main event. So out here, Utah Motorsports Campus, today is everything for us. This is the big build-up. We've been prepping all the cars for a couple weeks now, getting everything all set up, and we're out here ready to rock. So first thing in the morning, guys are getting everything set up and out to the hot pits. Basically set up a tent, set up all the tires, all fuel, everything to let us rock and roll for the whole day. And first thing we're doing as drivers is getting prepped mentally, and then we jump in the cars and we're going straight to practice. So first thing you're going to see is practice. After that, we're going straight into top 16. And sadly, our first battle is our teammate, Conor Shanahan. So the team will be separated for one battle, then we'll come back together, and then the good news is whoever wins between us, moves on, top 16, and then there's gonna be a battle all the way through to the end. So can't wait for that. We'll figure out which one it's gonna be, either me or Connor, and we'll see you guys on the other side. So look, we got this guy right here, and then we got them right there. Look at that. Wow, found him. We found him. Are we going to practice soon? Is there supposed to be work done or something? What is this? These guys. All right, back to the action.
What's going on?
We found a cracked intercooler, so now we gotta fix it. So this will be fun. Connor's guys, Conor Osoli, is gonna let us use his intercooler, his welder. We're gonna go take care of this guy, and then hopefully it won't crack again. But we gotta make sure it's all clean because aluminum's super picky. You can see the daylight in there. That's kind of scary. And yeah.
Where's he at? Tell him whatever you say, just fucking yeah. Get over here. Come here, my man.
I'm gonna give you a rhizology lesson.
Whatever you say, he won't work.
What's the point of spraying it?
So the intercooler is always gonna have some kind of like oil or something in it, just from the way the cars are set up and like blow by and stuff like that. So that stuff, if it's anywhere on the aluminum when we go to weld it, it'll just not let you weld it at all. It just makes porosity appear all over the weld, and you just can't actually get it to weld together. So we just gotta make sure it's super clean.
Super clean, I understand.
It's gotta be like immaculate.
Alright, so he's describing how to get around the track. It's not as easy as you think. Alright. Go around, fill the zone, get all the way down here just like regular drifting. Outside zone there to outside zone here. Oh, there's a car. Oh, you're going the wrong way. Back down over there, boom, fill the zone. Come back in here, click. On the wall. You go pocket open for Kurt, come back in, tuck in. Damn! Oh, we almost hit it. We'll hit it big time, 360. Oh! Look at that, made it all the way around, kept going. Alright, we're gonna follow Turk in. Oh! We're not following Turk. He took the Joker lap. Alright, we'll try a 3. Boom, 360. Oh, I got stuck in the grass. Oh, oh. This is brutal on it. Look at that. Body damage.
The shell came off.
Alright, we bumped it back on. Alright. Very, very, very twitchy. Oh, cars are everywhere. There we go. On entry. Oh, no, again. Alright, next one. Fill that zone. Oh, a little help, a little hand help there. Alright, we're coming in. Oh! Just punked me right around. So, a little bit of grass. We'll get it cleaned on. We'll get it cleaned on this one. We'll go without that grass. Alright. And 360, boom, in the angle. Alright, we'll get the speed down. That's like in the grass. It's very much on the grass. It counter steers for you, so when you're trying to counter steer, you're already counter steering. So it's kind of like you have to counter steer and not and the percentage or rate to angle is insane. So it makes it very, very twitchy. Yeah, it's real easy, isn't it? Really good. Oh! Good morning, everyone. So today is Saturday, the main event. So out here, Utah Motorsports Campus, today is everything for us. This is the big build-up. We've been prepping all the cars for a couple weeks now, getting everything all set up, and we're out here ready to rock. So first thing in the morning, guys are getting everything set up and out to the hot pits. Basically set up a tent, set up all the tires, all fuel, everything to let us rock and roll for the whole day. And first thing we're doing as drivers is getting prepped mentally, and then we jump in the cars and we're going straight to practice. So first thing you're going to see is practice. After that, we're going straight into top 16. And sadly, our first battle is our teammate, Conor. So the team will be separated for one battle, then we'll come back together. And then the good news is whoever wins between us moves on, top 16, and then there's going to be a battle all the way through to the end. So can't wait for that. We'll figure out which one it's going to be, either me or Conor, and we'll see you guys on the other side. Enjoy. So check it out. Look at how much rubber we pick up coming back from the burnout box. Like super crazy amounts. So we go in, we try and scrub it as much as we possibly can, but we still pick up a ton of rubber. So the practice is over now. It's all done. The guys are working on the car. We're just testing everything. We're gonna do another like leak down test on the cooling system, or not cooling system, on the basically the turbo, the boost system, to make sure nothing's leaking and that we have full boost. It might just be gripping up, you know, just because of the track conditions, but we're gonna check it, make sure it's all good, make sure Terpsky's good. And look, Brian got a little too close to the hot side, stuck his arm down there and burned himself. So we're gonna get him all situated and figured out so it stops burning. And oh look, I think my shock tower is starting to crack right there. That's not good, but we'll figure this out. So they're gonna work on that first. We gotta get a compressor and then bring it all back up here. Put the headlight back on, and then this guy is battling this guy. So it's gonna be the battle of the two cars. We'll see which one's better. All right, let's go. Have fun.
Definitely made a massive impact coming over. I mean, there's not many drivers that are as aggressive as he is. I mean, I feel kind of bad for Rome for the repair bills, but I mean, that's how he drives no matter where he is driving, and that is all out and with zero mechanical sympathy.
And you called it, you know, a couple things. Do you think he's bummed that he missed round 2 Atlanta? You know, obviously went over into Drift Masters. Is he kind of kicking himself? You know, kind of had a tumultuous year over there. I knew everybody's partying, right? You know, including James Dean, but also, you know, he came over and won that event. You know, so the flat tracks is where he definitely has the power. Talk about power. Goes in that first outside zone. Now transitioning through that second outside zone. Here goes Shanahan. You can see good angle there. Placing that car absolutely perfectly. That E36, that, again, Red Bull vehicle. Now that last outside zone. Tell you what, Shanahan, Rome Charpentier, he knows how that car is going to react. I mean, did you go down there and talk to Conor and or Rome?
Not this weekend. I haven't had a conversation with him, which is rare for me because normally I'm like just living in those pits.
Right.
But yeah, I know. Just speaking with a few different people here that they go heads up. They're definitely all about as much.
Rome was great on that last outside zone. It seemed like, as you said, a little hesitant on outside zone 1 and 2. Came out of 1 a little early, but 3 he really drove it home. So here we go. Rome Charpentier now out front with the fresh air. Shanahan tracking him down again, currently sitting 10th and 14th. Talking about Shanahan out in the 10th spot, and Shanahan looks like both of them knocking out that cone. We'll have to take a look at the overhead camera here in the second outside zone. And there we go, Shanahan diving in. Rome Charpentier, he talked about maybe having a little bit more tire than Shanahan. There goes Shanahan. Looked like a little correction, maybe hesitation on that transition to outside zone 3. And diving in, look at that, into formation goes Rome and Shanahan. So let's take a look. I really want to look at that outside zone 2.
All right, man, so we just got finished. Just crazy run with Connor. We'll put some footage in here so you guys can see it firsthand, but just insane battle. We thought we had enough, but it looked like his chase beat us. So lead to lead, we're very close. I don't know which lead was actually better. They're leaning a little bit towards mine, but in the end, his chase from outer 1 to outer 2 is what got me. He had a cleaner transition and dove in basically quicker into the right pocket, right up against me, and then stayed with me the whole rest of the run. So shout out to Connor. Great driving, buddy, like always. Sad that I had to meet you in the top 32, but hopefully next time, hopefully going into Irwindale, things will be a little bit different. We can see you guys in the finals, but still amazing driving. Thank you for giving me a phenomenal lead, and can't wait to see you win the rest of this event. So we're rooting for you. Keep it up. Let's keep going. So we have a little behind the scenes and after the event, which all of us are super tired and burned out. The whole crew is basically just relaxing. This guy's like, let's go grab the laptop and see what's actually going on. So he's jumping on the Link software, which is pretty cool. It kind of shows you all the fun goodies of where everything is.
But I don't know what kilometers are.
So that's kind of a problem. But he is going to figure this out real fast. Let me do a little zoom in. Look at that full screen action. We're looking for intake air temps.
So I have them up here, 132. Now let me...
Wait, where? I don't even see 132.
Right here, IAT 132.
132, it looks like 116.
It was 132, but I just changed the whole thing.
Okay, I was about to say, like, I read that number differently than you do.
So this is a lap.
Okay.
So on initiation, IATs are 116.
Okay.
At the end of your run, 156. So you're gaining about 40 degrees of temperature.
Is that on run 1 or run 2?
This would be, I think this was one of your practice laps.
So in 1 run, so I wonder what I'm hitting after 2 laps.
Well,
Back
no,
to back.
actually that would be after 2 laps, but it wouldn't be back-to-back laps.
Oh.
Because
There's a big gap in between.
yeah, from waiting in line. Trying
Alright.
to
And
get
what are we
to
hitting
the-
for like peak boost?
Where's that guy at? 24.4 PSI, which is right where we want to be. Oh, there's a spike of 26.
Really?
27.5.
27 pounds of boost?
At one point, yeah. 99% PSI or throttle. And MGP is 27.5.
Isn't that a lot higher than what we're supposed to be? What was our target? 21?
If I remember correctly, Maz wants 1.7 bars, which is like 22. No, I think it's 27.
All right, we're about to do some math here. We might have actually made more boosts than we were supposed to make. I wonder, is that boost creep or is it some hanging around nitrous or what is it?
No, nitrous is off. This this whole time nitrous has been off because you can see where it activates it.
Oh yeah, so it only activates on entry.
During like right when you transition. Oh yeah, entry, and then right as you get into the zone and settle, and then this would what be outer 2?
Yeah. So the beginning of outer 2 it hits for a second. The beginning of outer 3 it hits for a second. Yeah, because it's the same. Hey, at least that's pretty consistent driving.
Yeah, so 1.7 bars, 24.6 PSI.
So we had 27, so we have about a 1 pound boost creep from 25 to 26 or 2 pounds.
But that also could be wastegate duty cycle wasn't set 100%.
Oh. See, that's why I have this guy go through all of it. Because he knows what he's looking for. I just do some driving. I don't really know what's going on. Then we have our buddy Maz who just does all the actual tuning of it. Me and Bryant do the playing around and figure out what these squiggly lines mean. And yeah, so we're literally just going through the logs. This guy's going through video footage. This guy's going through his night sleep routine. Same with this guy. And they're basically all dead from working out there. I mean, dude, they were doing between this guy and these 2 guys over here. Sorry about that. And these 2 guys over here, they basically ran the entire 2-car program with 3 people. So we were down on people, but it didn't really matter because we knew after the top 32 that only one of us could move on. So it was not a big deal. But he is going to be figuring out duty cycle and everything else. What we did learn is as you go up in altitude, so this is kind of a cool thing. So as you go up in altitude, obviously you lose horsepower and boost and everything else to try and get to the same number. So what you have to do is turn up the duty cycle based on altitude. And the reason is that at every 1,000 feet, you lose about 3%. Now, I don't know if that number is a real number or just a number that we're experiencing, but we're experiencing the same number with the supercharged car as we are with the turbo car. So let's say it makes 1,000 horsepower and we're at 5,000 feet. We're going to lose 15% of that. So what's the math on that? 15%. So we're going to lose 150 horsepower basically at 5,000 feet of elevation with 1,000 horsepower. So basically instead of having 1,000 wheel, now we're like 850 wheel. So it doesn't sound like it's a big gap, but it does because there's less air, less density, and we get going less. So that's why it's super important to be able to check all the logs, go through everything, and see what's actually going on. And you can see a true time. Like you can pick up whatever ones you're trying to look at. The other one too we were looking at, okay, we were kind of freaking out with battery voltage, but battery voltage is solid up here. So is my fuel pressure really 93% or
93 PSI?
Do I run that much fuel pressure?
You run, what was static? 60?
And then is it because of higher altitude, it just sucks and goes up?
No, it's just based off of your boost.
Okay, because we're making that much boost. Oh yeah, 65, 70.
So let's see idle, right? So here you're at 1300 for idle. Your fuel pressure base is 52, which then plus, let's say you did the 27 pounds, 79 psi.
That makes sense.
Fuel pressure, you see, that is weird that it.
That it would.
That is interesting. 50, 90 something seems pretty high.
But you know what else is kind of high?
What?
Look at oil pressure.
So this is also another thing that I was looking at on one of the logs. Your oil pressure starts off high, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then by the end of the run, even though you're in high RPM, your oil pressure is 58. So you lose 40 psi during the run. And it does it not just here.
That's not very safe sounding. 40 psi of oil pressure changes quite a bit.
Yeah, but also your temperature. What is your temperature change? So you're here, beginning of a run, you're 182. End of the run, you're
Of 185.
195.
So nothing. 10 psi or 10 degrees.
We gotta talk to Sam.
10 degrees isn't a whole lot in temperature, bro.
Yeah.
The motor only goes up 10 degrees.
Even with the oil cooler too, which is interesting. Well, you hit 200.
Okay, so it goes up. It still doesn't even go up 20 degrees. 186 at the beginning of the run, and I'm 200 at the end. That's only like 14 degrees, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's still not a whole lot.
I was talking to Marco,
Mm-hmm.
and he was saying that it could be like cavitation. So the longer you're running, and the longer the run is, it starts to like aerate the oil. So that's why it's not making so much pressure. I don't know how true that is, but it's definitely something to look into.
It makes sense because we're 105 psi oil pressure.
What about, this is another lap.
Okay.
So here we're oil pressure 62 at the beginning, which is fine. Let's call high RPM 5,000 RPM.
89.
7,000 RPM. You're 102.
Okay.
By the end of the run.
Are we back at 7,000?
63. This. I don't think you hit 7,000 again here.
Okay, but 63 at 90, 63 at
71.
That's still about right.
Well, okay, so it's 63, and then let's go to 63 over here. 63, 75, 100 and some. You lost 10 psi.
10?
Yeah.
No, I lost 30. 70 to 100 is 30, isn't it?
Is it 70?
That's all right. I was in special ed most of my life, so this math is unique math.
63.
But I'm pretty sure 70 to 100 is 30.
70 to 130. Jake, don't look at me like that.
I mean, I'm not positive on this, but I'm pretty sure.
Look, I joined the Marine Corps for a reason.
That should give everyone high hopes.
Yeah.
And what did you do for the Marine Corps? What did you calibrate?
I worked on fire control systems, and then I got out and did contracting for repairing like electronic circuit boards and stuff for missile systems.
So he calibrated your missile systems.
There was no math there.
Find target, hit target?
Yeah.
100%. I like it.
Find the heat and chase it.
Well, we're finding heat right now. We're trying to chase it.
Oh, I don't like lambda. Oh my lord.
Easy as a comedy.
I don't like this. We're going on lambda.
All right. Well, so that's it. There's your small lesson of kind of what we look through and what we look for in the race car, especially after events and during days to see if anything's kind of different than before. It doesn't seem too different, but the biggest thing is jumping around PSI and different things, but it also could be altitude. So this is the first time we've ever drove this car at 5,000 feet of elevation, and this is the first time ever having a turbo car for me, especially up here, that makes A, that much horsepower, and B, has this much elevation. So a lot, like a big learning curve. We're on throttle. I mean, what's my average TPS throttle run? Pretty high?
You're at 100%, I feel like a lot.
Yeah, so like
maybe
literally after
like-
outer zone 1, it doesn't go. Look at this.
60 drops for a second and back up to 90.
So after outer zone 1, it like, oh no, that's in the pits. Go back to where.
No, this
we're
is a
running.
run.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, because then we have.
Go to the first part
This
of
is
the
your
run.
entrance.
Okay.
Right. So TPS.
Yeah, so TPS is low because I'm lighting off.
And then you're
We're going,
low.
that's going through the chicane, I think.
Yeah.
I'm shifting gears.
And this is your first shift right there.
Yep.
So you go from
Like down to
40
2%.
something to 2 to nothing. So you lift, and then you go back on, and then shift
50%. Boom.
You
Shift.
keep going. No, you keep going. You're still going. 60 something, and then
Yeah, 80%.
boom, shift again.
Okay, go back down to nothing.
Back up to 90. Boom, back to nothing. So yeah,
Shift.
second, third, and now you're in fourth. And
Going
now you
up.
enter. Yep,
I'm still running up to the entry right
Yep.
here. And then I enter, boom, down to 0.
Go from 90 to 60 lifts. And then 0.
Yeah, that's the entry right there. And then keep going forward.
And you're way.
Dude, I'm on
and
handbrake
boom.
forever, and then I light off.
It feels like forever, but it's, what is it, 56 minutes? And
56 minutes?
56 seconds. It's late, man.
Okay.
So it's a second and like a half.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And
56
then boom.
milliseconds. Yeah, 56 milliseconds.
No, because it's minutes, seconds, milliseconds.
Okay.
And then you're 94%, 90,
Yeah.
80, 90.
For like most of the whole thing.
And then
Then
boom.
whack. Transit. This must be a chase.
Transition, and then you have like the little set in the middle of outer 2, right?
Yeah, and then I'm pretty much hammered down.
Yeah. That's also interesting. Lambus 0.68.
Is that not good?
It seems rich.
Really?
Yeah, from my understanding, Maz wants the car around 7.7.
On heavy throttle?
Yeah, let me see what it looks like over here. 7.0. Over here, same thing. 7.1, 7.2. 6.8
Okay.
seems a little.
So I wonder why it pulls down like that. That might be when I'm lugging the car. The car does lug over there, like on outer 2. It's like, no.
6.4, 6.3, 6.9, 6.4, 6.3. This is a big one.
What do we have boost?
Boost, 19 pounds.
Okay.
And then you like kind of just ride 21, 22.
And then I was on 3.
24 PSI.
Cool. So anyways, don't know if that's helpful or not helpful. I figured we'll film it because we're going to be doing it, and maybe, people don't really get to see this part of it. So that's what we're doing. We're chilling after the event, going through things we could have done. I just went through a whole bunch of stuff with my spotter, figure out ideas for next event and what we needed to work on and how to get better. And then now I'm going with my crew chief on how to make the setup and the car better. So that's what we're doing. Then we'll jump to bed and head back home tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy, and comment below. Let me know what else you guys want to see from behind the scenes, because like for us, a lot of this is so just natural now because we've been doing it for a couple years that, this is just something like average to us. But if it's something cool to you guys, let us know. Let us know what you'd like to see, and then we'll film it. So enjoy. Have a good night.